Seeing your parents decline can be really hard, whether they're declining physically or mentally or both. I know, it happened to me too. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to stop losing your mind with them. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Sonia Weyers, your happiness guide and Gestalt therapist. And in this channel, I help women in midlife who care deeply about their relationships, but there's conflict, tension, or stress. I help them to find more moments of true connection. I know how difficult it can be to have tension with a parent. I spent 15 years in therapy to finally be at peace with my mom. I even did a TEDx talk on how forgiving my mother radically changed my life. And now I want to help you to find that place of peace with your aging parents. You might have a long-standing tension with your parents, or maybe it's a recent annoyance following their decline. Or maybe they've even passed away already, but the tension, the annoyance persist. Please leave me a comment below letting me know which it is for you so that I can create more content for your specific situation. But the annoyance is real right now regardless, right? So let's get started with the 5 ways to stop that. These 5 tips are from the memoir I wrote about caring for my parents during their final years and the extraordinary moments of connection that we shared. The first tip is to dare the truth. Sometimes we get annoyed with things because we don't want to face the truth. I remember when both my parents started declining, my mom mentally and my dad physically, it was a lot to take in. But the most important thing I did was to dare to feel the feelings that all this brought up for me. The second tip is sincerely sharing. You can share whatever unfolding situation is happening with your parents right now. Share time and also share feelings. In the midst of my parents' decline, it's actually the sharing of our feelings that made it possible for us to experience some of our most extraordinary moments of connection. If feeling your feelings is something you struggle with, hit the like button so that I know to give you more content about this. The third tip is to look for support. Things unraveled progressively with my parents declining at the same time, and as an only child, I had to look for support many times. Having the courage to ask really brought me so much support, it really touched my heart. Even so, it wasn't always enough, but that should be no reason not to ask. The fourth tip is to let go. When I was visiting my oldest daughter for Christmas and her brother called to say that my mom had passed away, that was a real shock. In the following months, my dad, who had been brokenhearted, seemed to be doing better and better, until one day he was diagnosed with metastasized cancer. I found myself fighting, trying to let go, staying engaged, remaining present but unable to let go, letting go with pain. When my dad finally passed away 6 weeks after his fateful diagnosis, I had finally found a way to let go peacefully. Most of my clients find letting go one of the most difficult things to do. The 5th tip is to avoid regrets. The important thing to remember about regrets is unless you find a way to deal with them, they will actually eat up your life. But you might wonder how to do that. For me, it was a byproduct of how I had handled things all along. The huge benefit for me of daring the truth, of sincerely sharing, of looking for support, of trying to let go, is that it made me emotionally available for what would come after. And this benefit is available to you too, if you follow the other tips. If you want to find out more about how I handled things, I've actually written a memoir about all these experiences, so I'll put the link to the book in the description box. So if you found these 5 tips valuable, please hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment about which one you found to be most valuable for you.